Great. So, welcome everyone. My name is Michelle Caba, and today we're diving deep into the customer journey. I want to tell you just a little bit about me. I actually own my own agency. It's called Fama Agency. I help CEOs, founders, and visionaries with their growth strategies, and I've been mentioned in a few publications. Before we dive into customer journey, I want you to understand why I love this topic and I love business building. So, first, you should know that I was born into entrepreneurship. I was fortunate that my dad owns a few businesses like hotels and restaurants and clothing stores. My mom always had a side hustle, and my aunts and uncles had a franchise of steakhouses. So entrepreneurship is certainly in my DNA. I earned a master's degree from Columbia in behavioral psychology because I learned from observing them that it really comes down to understanding your customer and understanding exactly what we're going to talk about today, which is their journey and how to show up at every point of their customer journey. Today, I am a business consultant. I also consult for the SBA. I have my own coaching program, #1 bestseller on Amazon. But believe me, it's all related to this topic. I really help people understand their customer, where they're at, so that they can uncover growth opportunities. Now, what is a customer journey, right? Well, before we answer that question, I want you to imagine yourself walking into a store for the very first time. You're drawn in by an eye-catching display, greeted by a friendly staff member, and guided through options available. And then, after making a purchase, you receive a thank you email. And then later, you're invited to join a loyalty program. This is an example of a customer journey. It's the path a person takes from discovering a business to becoming a loyal advocate. So, what a customer journey is it's a structured path that out to entrepreneurs and business owners is that it helps you identify pain points and opportunities. It helps you enhance customer satisfaction. It helps you foster loyalty, which ultimately drives growth, and it helps you improve the overall effectiveness of your marketing strategies so that you don't feel like you're throwing silly putty at the wall and hoping something sticks. And through a customer journey, businesses can create tailored solutions that resonate with their audience. It leads to better engagement, increased retention, and a stronger brand reputation. So now that we've defined what a customer journey is, we're going to dive deeper into its structure. Every customer goes through a journey made up of 5 key stages: the awareness stage, consideration, purchase, retention, and advocacy. Okay. And understanding each of these stages allows business owners to anticipate customer needs, address those pain points, and guide them through toward making that purchase and beyond. Because our goal is not just a one purchase, but so that these customers that we have, that they become fanatics about our brands and businesses. So let's talk about the first step in the customer journey, which is awareness. The moment when potential customers recognize they have a need or a problem that requires a solution. At this stage, they may not even know your business exists, which is why brand visibility is essential. So I want you to think about Nike, right? Nike makes customers aware of their brand, not just by saying, hey, we sell sneakers. Instead, they create powerful marketing campaigns that inspire people to push their limits, They use athletes and powerful storytelling to connect with their audience, and they position themselves as more than just a shoe company. They're a movement, all right? And they're very strategic about doing this in the awareness stage. So now that we understand the importance of that brand visibility in the awareness stage, let's discuss key strategies to ensure that your business gets noticed by the right audience. The goal here is so simple. Get your brand in front of potential customers where they already spend their time. All right. So, where would that be? Think about Nike and that awareness campaign. It's going to be social media. They're going to make sure their SEO is optimized, search engine optimization, paid ads, public relations, right? So, let's go a little deeper. When it comes to social media marketing, they're going to be on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. That same campaign that I just talked about is going to be reflected on those social media platforms. Why? Because businesses get to engage with their audience in a casual yet interactive way. Another example would be like a bakery in Puerto Rico that gains traction by posting behind the scenes videos of their cake making process, attracting thousands of views and new customers, right? That's the awareness stage. Now let's talk about search engine optimization. Search engine optimization helps your website rank higher on Google when potential customers search for related products or services. Everybody Googles when they're searching in the awareness stage, right? So it's understanding what keywords, what phrases, what sentences your potential customers are using to search for a product or service like yours, because you want to attract them on that first page of their Google search. Next is paid ads. And if you who have a website, you're in the digital world. So paid ads helps in the awareness stage because sometimes organic reach just isn't enough, right? So this is where the paid advertising comes in. And to give you an example of this, clothing store, restaurants, highly competitive, right? And here living in Florida, geography plays a big part in our purchasing decisions. So if a local clothing boutique uses Facebook ads to promote a flash sales, that can lead to an increase in both online and in-store sales. And that can happen in the awareness stage. Then lastly, we have public relations. And what PR does is that it includes getting you featured in news articles, podcasts, and blogs to expand your reach. Believe it or not, if you Google any type of business right now, you're going to see blogs and PR be at the top of the list when it comes to being discovered. So it's definitely a strategy you want to use in the awareness stage. Now let's move on to the next stage, which is the consideration stage. This is where your potential customers are now aware of your brand. They found you on Google. They are now considering whether they want to purchase into your business, right? Now they're going to start researching and evaluating their different options. And at this stage, trust is everything. So if your business doesn't stand out as credible and valuable, customers will move on to the competitor that does. At the consideration stage, customers are actively researching and comparing options and evaluating which solution best fits their needs. Your goal is to provide valuable trust building content. Think about even yourself when you're considering a business. You may land on their website, but that alone doesn't help you make the decision. You probably go to their Instagram, right? And especially if it's a very visible business, you want to see how people are interacting with their brand. So this is when content marketing is a great strategy for this stage, okay? It's the blogs, it's the webinars, it's the ebooks, it's what you're posting on social. Customers are looking for answers and education, so your content should provide that. Blogs actually help with the SEO and drive organic traffic by answering common questions. Webinars, ebooks, they allow deeper engagement, showcasing your expertise. So, for example, if a skincare brand creates a blog post comparing ingredients in sunscreens and positioning their product as the best choice, that's where blogs help with that consideration stage. You also want to show testimonials in this stage and case studies. Customers trust real experiences from other buyers more than a brand's promises. So, positive reviews, case studies, before and after examples make your product or service more credible. And lastly, in this stage, free trials and samples work like a charm. So, offering a low risk way to experience your product increases conversion. People hesitate to buy what they haven't tried, and trials remove that doubt. Now, let's move to the purchase stage. We've guided potential customers from awareness to consideration, and now they've reached the purchase stage, the moment of decision making, right? So at this stage, every detail matters. Even a small obstacle in the buying process can cause hesitation or abandonment, abandoned cart, and we don't want that. So our goal is to make the process so seamless and reassuring that the customer completes the transaction with confidence. So now that the customer is ready to buy, our job is to remove any friction and make the purchase experience so smooth, fast, and secure. Because even the smallest inconvenience, like a slow checkout process or hidden fees, can cause a customer to abandon their cart. So here's how we ensure that that doesn't happen. Here are the key strategies. Easy checkout. I mentioned that. I'm sure you've had the experience where you go on a website, you get an ad, right? Consideration stage or awareness stage, you get an ad, you click on to buy, and if the process is too hard or too many clicks, you abandon the page. If you've done that, you can tell me in the chat. So avoid requiring unnecessary steps, make sure that there's autofill options, and guest checkout can help, right? Guest checkout can also help. Did we get something in the chat? Yep. See, Leticia says, I have. So this is what we want to avoid in our own businesses, right? We want to give our customers, our potential customers, multiple payment options. Not everyone prefers the same payment method, so offering choices can increase conversions. Options like credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and buy now, pay later cater to different customer preferences. An example I have for you is a furniture store I currently worked with. It was an online furniture store that they had never introduced before a firm. And they finally got approved for a firm. And by just introducing that, they saw an 18% boost in purchases. So something so simple as, especially with the market right now, people are like holding off on big purchases. That made a huge boost in their revenue. Clear and transparent pricing. Hidden fees and unexpected shipping costs are the number one reason for cart abandonment. I just did this morning. I was purchasing something, and when I saw that the shipping fee wasn't a set fee, that they had to calculate it, I immediately abandoned cart. So be upfront about all the costs before the final checkout page. Money back guarantees or risk reduction. People hesitate when they feel uncertain, about trying your product or service. So offering a risk-free guarantee reduces those hesitations. And we're talking about like offering 30-day return policy or satisfaction guarantee. That could make all the difference, as well as like a free cancellation policy for service-based businesses. Now let's move on to the retention stage. Congratulations, we've made the sale, right? But here's the truth. A one-time purchase isn't enough. If your customers don't come back, your business will constantly be chasing new ones, which is costly and unsustainable. The key to long-term business success lies in customer retention. So keeping your existing customers engaged and returning them as repeat buyers. But I'm even going to add something else to this. You don't want them to just be repeat buyers. You want them to be fanatics about your business. So you want them to be repeat buyers, but you also want them to be your super fans where they're screaming from the mountaintops that others in their circle should come and also buy from you. Recently, I read a study that even somebody who's not social, let's say just a homebody that's, doing everything behind the scenes on their computer, influences at least 10,000 people in their lifetime. So that's 10,000 people they've touched. That if they love your business, your brand, they are going to influence those 10,000 people to buy or purchase your brand and business. Retention is where the real profits happen. Customers who buy from you once are valuable, but those who return again and again, they're the foundation of a sustainable, profitable business. So now let's explore the best strategies for keeping your customers engaged and loyal. Loyalty programs. I'm sure there's not one place that you shop in today where you don't have to leave an email address or a phone number. And that's because they're adding you to their loyalty programs, right? And now you get to receive emails. Giving customers incentives to keep coming back is a game changer. So think about all of those points-based rewards programs that you're even a part of, any VIP tiers, or those times that you get birthday discounts. This is all part of the retention stage strategy. I like to use Starbucks rewards program as an example because I love the fact that I get awarded every time with free drinks or perks according to how much I've spent, right? We have email marketing as another strategy. So this is where you get to share those exclusive offers. So staying connected with your customers by offering these personalized deals can be like the change maker in your business. We all want to feel special and we all want to feel connected with your brand. So a boutique clothing store that sends a thank you email with a 15% discount for the next purchase. There's a boutique in Fort Lauderdale, and I live here in Boca. It's called Etiquette. And what they do is that every time I buy something, right on the receipt, they give me 15% off, and I have to bring back the receipt. So guess what? I don't want to miss out on the 15%. So that's how they retain me and they make sure I come back and purchase more. You want to also give exceptional customer service. Happy customers come back. Frustrated customers leave. So, examples of this is like fast response times, easy returns, going above and beyond solving their problems. Personalized experiences. Customers love when a brand remembers them. So again, remembering somebody's birthdays, or when I owned a nail salon, I used to write in my notes of my CRM like a favorite color that they liked. Just so that when they came in and we checked them in, we could ask them, hey, is it going to be Funny Bunny again? And so they felt like they were home, and that would create a repeat customer. Our next stage is advocacy. Now, we've successfully taken your customers through every stage of this journey, right? Now it's time for the most powerful phase, which is the advocacy phase. And this is where satisfied customers turn into loyal fans, like I mentioned before, super fans, who don't just buy from you, but actively promote your brand through word of mouth and through referrals. And how do they do this? What are the strategies of the advocacy stage? Well, we've done all the hard work. Our customers are happy, they're engaged, they're returning. So now we need brand ambassadors and we need people to actively promote our business. So the best marketing doesn't come from the ads and the flyers. It comes from happy customers spreading the word. So let's dive into these key strategies to encourage customer advocacy. Referral programs. So people are more likely to try a product or service when recommended by someone they trust. So offer incentives like discounts, freebies, or store credits for referrals. Dropbox is a great example of this. They grew exponentially by offering extra storage space for every friend referred by an existing customer. Super simple, but so effective. Next, user-generated content. So we're talking about reviews, we're talking about social media shares. This is where those Google reviews come in handy. Encourage your customers to share their experiences through online reviews, testimonials, and social media posts. An example of this was GoPro. GoPro built its brand by featuring user-generated content. So customers became the face of their marketing. So they had customers wearing the GoPros. They incentivized them to not just write reviews, but to send them the videos that they created with the GoPro. And that's how they were able to increase revenue exponentially. The last strategy is community engagement and brand storytelling. Customers love to feel part of something bigger than just a transaction. So build a community around your brand. You can do that through Facebook groups. You could do that through exclusive events or behind the scenes content, right? Showing the before and now of your business. And a good example of this is Lululemon. So Lululemon engages its community through fitness events, making customers feel connected to the brand beyond just the clothing. It becomes a movement. So we've covered every stage of the customer journey, from attracting potential customers to turning them into loyal advocates. So let's take a moment to just step back and look at the big picture, how each phase connects and the strategies that make the journey seamless and effective also connect, right? The key takeaways is that every stage matters. A customer's decision to buy isn't just about the product, it's about their experience from start to finish. So when you miss a key touch point, it can mean losing opportunities. Awareness is where the trust begins. People can't buy from you if they don't know you exist. So this is where social media, SEO, the paid ads are critical to make that first impression. Consideration requires education. So once customers know about you, they need a reason to trust you. And that's where the content marketing, the testimonials, the free trials give them the confidence into their decision. The purchase process should be effortless. Any friction in the buying experience, confusing checkout, hidden fees, limited payment options, can lead to abandoned sales. So make purchasing simple and stress-free. Retention drives profitability. The first sale is just the beginning, so repeat customers spend more and require less effort to maintain. And that's where the loyalty program, email marketing, exceptional service keeps them engaged. And finally, advocacy fuels organic growth. So your happiest customers will do your marketing for you, even if you give them for you, and you have to give them the reason, right? So referral programs, user-generated content, brand storytelling, that turns your buyers into brand ambassadors. Now let's understand customer touch points. Every interaction a customer has with your business plays a role in shaping their experience and decision-making process. So these interactions are called customer touch points, the key moments where customers engage with your brand, whether online or offline. Now, I'm going to take you through my morning, and this is where I want you to be interactive. I don't know about you, it's a bad habit, but the moment I wake up, I open my eyes, I reach for my phone, and I check my emails. And I see all of the emails I've gotten from every website I've visited that I left my email to either download something or get a special offer, right? Now I have all these emails. I'll see a discount for something. I get enticed. I go to the website, but I'm a mom of a 16-year-old, and today he missed his bus. So right when I clicked to go to that website to make that purchase, I got distracted. So I drop off my son, I come back home, I go into my emails again, and boom, I realize that I forgot the checkout. So now I go to the checkout, my stuff is in the cart, I get a phone call, I've now abandoned cart. All right. And so now I'm on the phone call, totally forget about the website. I go to social media. Social media, now I get fed the ad because guess what? I open the email, so the ad knows I open the email. The ad reminds me that I have to go back to that cart. I go to the cart and now I'm about to make the purchase, but I don't have my credit card on me. But I do have Apple Pay. So I click twice, payment made, right? Now you saw all the obstacles I had to even make that payment, but because the payment was so seamless, it happened. I want you to think about your customers' touch points. I want you to make sure that your website's language is clear, that they know exactly what your call to action is, right? I want you to make sure that your social media is showing up at the level where credibility is being established, and that whatever you were offering me on your website is also being offered on your social media. That your email marketing is aligned, that your email marketing is actually sending me somewhere to make a purchase, right? Clear calls to action. If you're holding events and networks and networking, that that you're creating strong relationships, right? That you're connecting with customers on a personal level. And lastly, customer support. When I get off of this webinar today, I have clothes I need to return to ASOS, which is a website retail clothing line. And guess what? I'm going to look for a live chat. I'm going to look for a quick response. I'm going to look for helpful FAQ pages and follow-ups on how I can make that return and maybe encourage me to purchase something else. All right. So the key here is that understanding your customer touch points and how they're relating to them, how they're using them, is really important in this customer journey process, because you want to meet them and encourage them and nudge them to where you want them to be, which is making purchases and becoming repeat customers. Customer engagement isn't just about selling. It's about creating meaningful interactions that build trust, encourage repeat business, and turn customers into loyal advocates. So to effectively do this, Businesses need to implement customer engagement strategies that keep their audience engaged at every touch point, right? I just used myself as an example this morning alone. So aligning your messaging, right? Being consistent is key with that message, with that tone, with the values you're sharing, across all your platforms, your website, your email, socials, even in person. Use CRM tools, customer relationship management tools, because this is going to help you better track customer interactions. It's going to help you personalize communication, and it's going to help you reward loyalty. I used to own a nail salon, and my CRM was Square. And with Square, I could tell what services were being purchased more, right? What customers were coming back most and at what times of the days and what days. So I could better engage them and even send them like a discount to come back. Um, Also, it allows you to automate. So automate follow-ups, automate exclusive discounts, automate personalized communication to encourage these repeat purchases. Amazon is a big example of this, right? How many of you get emails about the purchases you've made and some other products that are aligned with those purchases that you may want to also, think about purchasing? That's Amazon using automation and CRM tools and data to keep you um, coming back. They understand their customer journey, right? And all of these tools are available to you. And lastly, customer interactions. So track and measure how your customers are engaging with your brand. That way you know where they are in their customer journey and exactly how to change up your strategies, right? To better engage them and meet them in that journey. Let's use Starbucks as a case study. Because I want to bring this customer journey to life. And I'm sure there's not one person on this call that hasn't interacted with Starbucks, right? So Starbucks has mastered meeting their customer throughout their customer journey super well. They have built an experience that not only attracts customers, but keeps them coming back and turning them into loyal advocates. So I'm going to break this down so that you can understand how they do this. Awareness stage. They use social media, they use the ads, they use their brand presence, right? Starbucks invests heavily in digital ads, in influencer partnerships, and seasonal promotions to stay top of mind. We already know that come October, we're thinking pumpkin lattes. They've embedded that in our heads already, right? So they're iconic when it comes to their campaigns. They're also iconic with their logo. My own dog, I have a little toy poodle. She recognizes the logo and she relates that logo with the pup cup. She knows she's going to get whipped cream when she sees that logo. So even dogs recognize Starbucks, right? Their storefronts, their social media presence make them instantly recognizable. In the consideration stage, they have the app, the loyalty programs. I even joke that the app is my bank. It's like the best bank you can ever have because, the way they have you increase the funds is through certain increments of money. So you're always going to have money in the Starbucks app. And it encourages you to add more money. So then you start buying even more, right? So customers in the consideration Starbucks stage, they're drawn to the mobile app, the rewards program, their promotions, and the app provides personalized deals, exclusive offers, convenience in purchasing, right? Making it so an easy choice over their competitors. I have two other coffee shops before I get to Starbucks, but because Starbucks makes it so easy for me and I know exactly what I'm going to expect, that I end up choosing Starbucks every single time. Purchase. Um, Again, the mobile order, right? If you know you're rushing that day, you know you can go in the app, order your drink in advance, and just show up and pick it up. Frictionless checkout, right? They've simplified the purchasing process by offering mobile ordering, cashless payments, and efficient drive-through service, although sometimes I'm not sure if it's so efficient when I'm online for too long. But recently they realized that was a problem. And so they decided to change the customer journey, adjust it, right? And so now what they've learned from their data is that they were offering way too many drink options. So they've reduced that so that they can reduce the line and less people will leave that part of the customer journey of being online for the drive-through. See how that works? Retention, rewards, and personalized offers. Starbucks rewards program keeps customers engaged with points, free drinks, birthday rewards. And even though a lot of this feels like it's overlapping, the truth is this is how we make decisions. And sometimes the tactics do overlap depending on the business. And lastly, advocacy. They encourage social sharing, community engagement. Um, so customers naturally share their photos of their drinks. Just yesterday, a woman posted, she was talking about her business and how she just happened to stumble on a Starbucks and decided to have a drink and just think about her business. The the post had nothing to do with Starbucks, but because Starbucks was in the drink, she ended up tagging Starbucks. So the key takeaway is Starbucks doesn't just sell coffee, it sells an experience. So by optimizing each stage of the customer journey, they create convenience, loyalty, turning casual coffee drinkers into lifetime customers. So understanding the customer journey is one thing, but optimizing it is where real growth happens. And I just used Starbucks as an example with reducing the amount of drinks that they have, right? So to create a seamless experience for your customers, you need the right tools to track, analyze, and improve interactions at every stage. So I'm giving you 4 tools here. Um, and we're going to start with Google Analytics. It's a free tool. Everybody has it, especially if you have a website. It's how you can track website traffic, customer behavior, conversion rates. By analyzing how visitors interact with your site, you can optimize the landing pages, the product pages, and the calls to action to improve engagement and conversions. Then you have CRMs like HubSpot, Salesforce, even Squarespace. And this helps businesses track customer interactions, preferences, and purchase history. These tools also help you automate follow-ups, manage leads, personalize communication, making it easier to nurture relationships and increase retention. Then you have email automation like MailChimp, Klaviyo, which are tools that help you segment your customer base, right? So even Starbucks does this, like they segment who's buying pumpkin lattes from who's buying matchas, right? It helps your customers receive relevant content that's exclusive to them. It helps them, it helps you as a business with your welcome sequences, your abandoned cart emails, and your personalized promotions, which drive engagement and encourage repeat business. And as far as social media, there are social listening tools like Hootsuite and Sprout Social. And these tools help you monitor brand mentions, customer sentiment, and industry trends on social media. So by actively listening to what customers are saying, you can respond in real time, improve engagement, adjust marketing strategies accordingly. So the takeaway here is that leveraging the right tools allows you to track customer behavior, personalize experiences, optimize each stage of the journey, Because when businesses embrace these tools, they actually gain a competitive advantage because now you're making data-driven decisions that improve satisfaction and drive sales. Now, common mistakes to avoid. Because just as it's important knowing, to focus on what you should be doing, it's also important to know what not to do. So avoid common mistakes in the customer journey that can save time, improve conversions, and create a better experience for your customers. Avoid ignoring customer feedback. Customers are constantly providing insights. They love to tell you how they feel, even when you're not asking them, right? So through reviews, surveys, and even complaints. So failing to listen means missing opportunities to improve your offerings, to retain customers. So the solution to this is to actively seek feedback and use it to make data-driven improvements. Another common mistake, overcomplicating the buying process. If it's too difficult to navigate your website, find product information, or complete a checkout, customers will leave. So the solution to this is simplify your purchasing journey. Make it frictionless, multiple payment options. Another common mistake is lack of follow-up or engagement. Many businesses focus on the sale, but forget about building long-term relationships. So the solution to this is stay connected with customers through follow-up emails, loyalty programs, and post-purchase engagement. Now, what I want you guys to do following this workshop today is map your own customer journey. Identify your touch points, define your pain points, and then brainstorm strategies to optimize this, optimize each stage. And I know that you're going to be receiving the recorded version of this workshop. So you'll be able to go back to those pages where I map out the whole customer journey with sample strategies, and you can use them. And here they are again. So as we wrap up, let's quickly recap the customer journey and why optimizing each stage is so crucial for your business. Awareness, the first touch point where potential customers discover your brand. And this is driven by social media, SEO, paid ads, influencer partnerships. You have consideration. Customers begin researching solutions, comparing options, and evaluating your brand's credibility. So this is where businesses need to provide educational content, testimonials, and free trials to build trust. Purchase, the decision-making moment, where customers commit to a transaction. A smooth checkout experience, multiple payment options, and clear pricing are essential to minimizing friction. Then we have retention. The key to repeat business is long-term customer loyalty. So strategies like loyalty programs, personalized experiences, excellent customer service help keep customers engaged. Lastly, advocacy. The ultimate goal is turning satisfied customers into brand advocates who refer others. So businesses can encourage this through referral programs, user-generated content, and community engagement. By mastering the customer journey, businesses can enhance customer satisfaction, increase conversions, create that brand loyalty. Be intentional. The more intentional you are with each stage, the stronger your business will grow. So that's all I have for you. I would love to stay connected with you all. You can stay connected with me on Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn. You can find me through my name, Michelle Caba.